This is Evan Price with the Dialed Endurance Lab. Today, we're going to talk about how you best can incorporate strength training and our services here into your running repertoire. So, very first, I like to address that most runners really are not fans of strength training. I know a few, but most of you really do not spend much time in the gym, which is fine. You want to be outside running, you want to be outside on the trails, you usually don't like treadmills. I completely get it. But there's a lot of things you can do, short periods of time during the week, to make that experience a lot more enjoyable. So the question is, what do I need to do? Is it 5 days a week? Do I need to be doing arms and chest and back during the week? No, the best, most beneficial thing you can do if your goal is running is to get in at least 2 days a week of strength training. Now, strength training can include a few different things. It can include slow, eccentric, more, let's say, force-based lifts. You can include your squats, your deadlifts into that. I like to make another group is balance training, so proprioception training. Proprioception meaning the feedback from your foot up to your brain. And lastly, plyometric and power training. That's your big jumps, your big box step-ups, your faster, more agile movements. So now that you've got this broad idea of how many times a week you should be doing this, what should be my primary focus when I'm in those sessions and how long are they gonna take? So in a PT perspective, my appointments are usually about 45 minutes to an hour long. Now, that doesn't mean that entire time we're exercising. If your goal is strength training and injury prevention, 30 to 45 minute sessions a week can be very effective. Now, obviously, more can be a bit better, but there is diminishing return. If you're somebody who's running 5 days a week, squeezing in 2 days of strength training can be pretty demanding. So 2 30-minute sessions is about as much as most people want to do. During those sessions, you can build them in circuit style. So circuit style meaning if I'm going to get the most out of my plyometrics, that can mean I'm doing 3 exercises for 3 sets, and then you come up with your repetitions that you can handle from there. Usually we'll get you, including your warm-up and cool down, into that 30-minute range. Within that time period, you can very effectively increase your plyometric tolerance and your overall strength and power. Usually, if one of those days is a plyometric-based day, the other day should be a balance and strength day, like we talked about those slower eccentric lifts. All right, last of the 3 important questions to begin with. There is really a lot of benefits to strength training consistently throughout the year. I know that sometimes we look at maybe the off season as the only time period to do this, but if you think of adaptations, if you were a runner, you wouldn't just train 3 months out of the year and expect to be able to race well 6 months later. Strength training works very similarly. The adaptations need to be consistent throughout the year. This is why I propose doing shorter periods of time during the week and not burning yourself out on strength training to take away from your run volume is a good approach. You can throughout the year do 2 times a week, and maybe during the off season you start to up the volume a little bit when you're not running as much. This is the easiest way long-term to stay away from overuse injuries, to stay away from those big cycles of training where you have a big peak in fitness and then a big drop in fitness, is to keep consistent with your strength training and plyometrics. Nobody likes to miss time injured, and that's not the goal long-term when you're trying to build run fitness. The best way you can is to stay as healthy and consistent as long as possible. Keep in touch with me if you have any questions. I'm an open book on this and absolutely love talking about anything run endurance or physical therapy based. This is us checking out here from the Dialed Endurance Lab. Come and visit us in Proactive Physical Therapy. See you later.